My dad looked straight at me and asked, "Who are you?" At first I laughed. I actually thought he was joking. "Nice one, Dad," I said. But he didn't smile. He just stared at me, confused, like I was a stranger standing in his house. That's when my mom touched my arm and quietly said, "Don't, it's not a joke." That was the first day my dad forgot who I was. And somehow, it wasn't the worst day, because after that, it kept happening again and again and again. My dad was diagnosed with Alzheimer's about a year ago. At first, it didn't seem that bad. He'd forget small things, where he left his keys, what day it was, or why he walked into a room. We even laughed about it sometimes. He'd say, "Well, at least I still remember I'm handsome," and we'd all laugh. But then, the forgetting changed. It wasn't things anymore. It became people. One morning, I walked into the kitchen and said, "Morning, Dad." He looked at me and said, "Do I know you?" That question, it hits different when it comes from your own father. The weirdest part? He still remembered random things perfectly, like every stat from his favorite baseball games from 20 years ago, or the exact way he liked his coffee, 2 sugars, no cream, or how to fix anything in the house without even thinking. But me? His own son? Gone. At first, I tried to remind him, every single time. "Dad, it's me, your son." Sometimes he'd nod politely. Other times he'd just say, "I'm sorry, I don't remember." After a while, I stopped correcting him, because I realized something. I wasn't trying to help him remember. I was trying to make myself feel less forgotten. So instead, I changed my approach. I started bringing memories to him. Old photos, videos, little pieces of our past. One day, I brought a picture from a fishing trip we took when I was a kid. I must have been 10. I was holding this tiny fish like it was a trophy, and he was standing behind me, smiling like I just won the lottery. I handed him the photo. He looked at it, quietly, for a long time. Then his expression softened. "I know this," he said. I sat next to him. "That's us, Dad," I said gently. He looked closer, his fingers slightly shaking as he held the picture. "That kid looks really happy," he whispered. I smiled. Yeah, he was. "And the man behind him?" He paused. "Looks proud." I nodded again. He was. For a second, just 1 second, it felt like he was coming back. Like maybe, just maybe, he'd remember me. But then, it faded, and I saw it in his eyes. That connection. Gone again. Still, something had changed. From that day on, he kept that picture with him, everywhere. On the table, by his bed, in his hands. And every time I visited, he'd look at me, then look at the photo, and smile. One evening, I walked in, and he called me over. "Hey," he said, "come sit." I sat next to him. He handed me the photo. "You know this kid?" he asked. I looked at it, and then back at him. "Yeah," I said softly. "I do." He smiled. "He looks like a good kid." My chest tightened. "He is," I said. Then he pointed at the man in the picture. "And that guy," he paused, "must have loved him a lot." I couldn't speak. I just nodded. Then he said something that completely broke me. "If you ever see that man," he looked at me seriously, "tell him he did a really good job." I turned away so he wouldn't see me cry, because that man was him. Even without his memories, even without knowing my name, somewhere deep inside, he still remembered how to love. Now, every time I visit, he doesn't call me his son. He calls me the kid from the picture. And you know what? That's okay. Because when he looks at me, he still smiles the same way. And maybe, just maybe, that means a part of him still knows. My dad may not remember my name anymore, but he still remembers he was a good father.